for the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. The sure hands, it's Henderson. Powers through the defender. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Yeah, sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Quarterback extends the play. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score in that opening series.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Ohio State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with. Want to start double teaming him, he's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll leave it with him. What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away. Keeps the legs moving. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play action game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have...
Oh, the kicker's on the run. And that's not going to come close. I'm not even sure what they were thinking there. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henderson. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. All of those snowflakes swirling around, and he muffs it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. First and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. The pass didn't work last time. It might this time. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. The Wildcats are in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's right. quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He's got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Trying to take it back. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
What a nice job intercepting the snowball there. The quarterback threw the snowball down the field. Couldn't get it to his wide receiver. Defensive back makes a great play. Tell you what, this snow definitely affecting the game.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You don't see a lot of teams that are successful throwing the football in the snow. And obviously on that last one, got away from the quarterback, nowhere close to the intended receiver, and the defense able to come away with the INT.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic on the scrap. The expressway is wide open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Porter. And, oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Porter. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And then my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Wants to throw. It's right. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
The quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
Here we go. Now facing a 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. Looking to scramble. Connection to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern! Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem, despite the snowy surface.
That makes the score Ohio State 19, Northwestern 7.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Out of the backfield, he's open. Got room at the 35. Open runway ahead. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Now improvising. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's right. On the move, he fires. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
When that snow's coming down, it's even thicker than rain. It just affects the football. You can't get as much juice on it. And you can tell the QB couldn't get it to the wide receiver where he wanted to. The defender made a beautiful play.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pulls it in. It's Henderson.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. On second down, wants to throw. He's into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Third down coming.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's right. Trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Northwestern wants to go quickly. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on second down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
It's caught. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
13. It's a turnover on downs.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw, it's right. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
27, Northwestern 7.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Northwestern right back to the line. To throw, it's right. Fires to the middle. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Power ahead. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
This offense has a second down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Throws to the back. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Howard. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Never got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
They'll line up to go for two.
Get set, get set.
He wants to throw it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. He's into the end zone for the two and extends the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Back to throw, it's right. Might be looking to run. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll take a deep shot here. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Henderson. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
1st down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Buys a little extra time. On target over the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating this guy and making an accurate decision.
Man, you see running backs in college football. These guys are athletes that you want to put in space. Do a really good job putting them in space, running the angle, getting him towards the middle of the field. Try to get him the football so he can make somebody miss and make a big play, but you got to get the football first. He's got to catch that first before he looks to try to get those yards after the catch.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Northwestern right back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And they'll try to tack on 2. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
That keeps the score. Ohio State, 35.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on a schedule.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Going up top on first down. Looking downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that now. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
I'll tell you, sometimes you get in these snowy, blizzard-like conditions. It's hard even to see the football after it's thrown in the air. Give the defender a lot of credit there, not just for catching it, but also locating the football.
Oh, look out! They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
325.
Back to throw, it's Howard. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Gordon. Really nice gain, gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
It's a lot to ask at this point. You need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions at minimum to win this football game. So we got to take shots, find the matchups, and let's see what happens.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, doesn't. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He wants to throw. An open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to... Seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back, They're putting pressure on this defense.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the fourth.
And makes the score. Ohio State 35, Northwestern 27.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in again.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And that's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Northwestern! The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
It's complete on the right side. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Every play magnified in the fourth quarter, and you just get the thing tied up, and the kickoff goes out of bounds to give up field position. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. A 1st down for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of... And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Let's see if this offense comes out slinging from the first play of the drive down late. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Henderson. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They'll line up for a second down play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, it could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Working the big fella downfield and outside. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Gonna take it. A huge pickup. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the...
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Looking for the two-point try. Wide receiver shows motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Awesome body control, and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Ripping through the defense. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Their work here is virtually